All right, so welcome to another stock spotlight where we go ahead and take a look at stocks that are kind of making some news and some interesting ones. And today I want to chat a little bit more about Microsoft. This stock is powering and exploding higher. So it's catching my eyes and a little bit more of the attention simply because there's a lot going on within the company. If you look at what's going on with just overall the market, we've got Microsoft up about $18. You've also got other stocks like NVIDIA, AI-based stocks, Tesla, they're all powering higher, and Netflix also moving. So there's a few leaders that are just pushing things into higher levels. And one thing I want to show you here is if we look at Microsoft stock, one of the things is they're very ambitious on the stock announcing $30 per month for AI stuff. Now, I will say AI has been around for a while. Even 20, 30 years ago, you had AI trading, even though now they're talking about AI trading bots. It's just because now it's coming into the main regular retail, regular folks are able to use AI in the regular space. And it's the same thing here. AI has been around for a while. It's just now you're able to go ahead and actually use it a little bit more at a regular person's ability. So point being is that they'll probably be able to go ahead and push this stock into higher prices. If we go in and look at Microsoft, the chart overall, we are also hitting multi-year highs here. So as we're making multi-year highs, we also have earnings coming up. So this is what's interesting is that this will probably fuel some things after this our earnings calls. And you could say, hey, this stock is exploding higher. It's going to the moon. Even though it's Microsoft, back in the day, there used to be a funny thing with Big Daddy Adam Sandler. I forget what year that movie was there, but they were talking about like Microsoft up 3 cents or down 9 cents or something like that. It was just comical because that stock didn't do much or didn't move a lot. It was a very stable company, didn't do much. But now over the years, you see how it changed, and we had even though recently now we had this pullback, and now we're actually creating new highs. Imagine that. We're talking about a market crash, and now we're making new highs. So that's the funny thing with some of these things is that now you could say, hey, that was a massive buying opportunity just not too long ago, and the stock is pushing and powering higher. And if you got it even around 250, now you're up about 100 points from here. You're at 350, 360. So when we look at something like this and we look at other stocks like NVIDIA, they are powering a bit higher. I do think they're a little stretched when, personally speaking, just things I've seen in the market. I think a short-term pullback or a little pullback is wise. For stocks like this, what I like seeing is a little power higher, pull back, retest those levels. Let me actually draw it back a little bit. What I normally like to see is like here's our support line. We push a little higher, pull back, retest, and then go higher. What that does is confirm the move. It also means people are a little more rational to take some profits. If it continues to inflate and just go too far too fast, I actually think that's a bad thing. And you could see some nasty pullbacks. That's a little more dangerous. So I like stability with some pullbacks because that gives you that foundation or base. Here, it's also expected because we are breaking these all-time highs and previous highs. We've got some news that's also driving it. We've got volume driving it. We also have earnings driving it. So there's a lot of things to watch out for because you do have earnings just right around the corner. So pay attention to these things. But overall, the stock is doing well. It's moving, it's shaking, it's baking. Stocks like Amazon, Google right now are not really pushing higher. I've got IBM even a little bit higher and Apple here, kind of breaking even. So some of these things are turning around a bit, but when we start looking at it, the thing is with a $30 subscription on this, they've got it'll allow other regular folks to start using AI within Excel, Word, and PowerPoint, and probably other things to create some generative things. But I will say, in the regular space, when you really think about it, nothing freaking works the first time. Even with AI, you have to tweak it. Yes, it may save you time, but the reality is there's a bunch of glitches and bugs and problems. And if you've seen the Iron Man, I think it's Iron Man 2 or 3 commercial where they're trying to copycat the Iron Man thing, like the robots are just totally having a fit and a problem. Nobody can copy him. It's the same thing with the AI, I find, is that, yeah, there's certain things that work well and it'll save you some time. But the issue is you're still going to get some problems with it. It's not going to be perfect. And maybe over the few years it will. But I think right now we're getting an emotional boost from some of these where it's pushing the stock higher. Yeah, they're going to do this. It all sounds good. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that will pay for it. It'll save some time, especially they're looking for the businesses, corporate world to pay more for this, because the retail person, I mean, even if they pay $30 a month, they're not driving a lot of revenue. But if you need like a lot of licenses, like let's say 5,000 license keys for $30 a month, that'll definitely pick up speed from that. So anyway, I think this all looks good from the surface. From a chart basis as well, I think it looks clean cut from the breakout, and I think we should see higher prices. But from a technical basis, it's nice to see a little pullback and then a power higher. Otherwise, you get a little too far emotional, and that's something to be a little bit careful about. So be mindful. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Truly appreciate it. And I will see you next time on the next update. Take care.